suppose you're all eager to know what I think about this whole SOPA Pippa business, because you clicked on the link, so shut up. And well, yes, I always find it a bit scary when we get such a clear sign that the world is run by supervillains, because it all seems so unambiguously evil. It's like the drug laws. All the world's doctors, scientists, lawyers, armed forces and economists have been battering down the door of the world government for decades saying, stop this madness! And they're just going, no! We want everyone bored and scared and poor and bored and scared. You see what I mean? It's not just stuffed shirt bureaucracy. It's cartoonishly totalitarian. And it's the same with this SOPA-Pippa-Loppa-Kettle thing. Someone at the top of the pyramid, it's shrouded by all the mist, is shouting down at us saying, no sharing! Sharing is immoral! It blows your mind. And I've racked my brains trying to think of where this reasoning could come from. What part of a non-sociopathic humanoid brain could lead to such a disastrous ethical fail? And something does occur to you, if you reason thusly. What kind of people share music and videos online? Tech-savvy people. Smart, curious, adventurous people. Explorers who know how to navigate their way around the internet. Who does this leave behind to actually buy hard copies? That's correct, retards. Retards with disposable income. Your jocks, your bimbos, your alcoholic single mothers and the children they can't control. Your simpletons who run mobile discos for their friends' weddings. Lonely spinsters who just love the fresh faces and cute hairdos on these clean-cut young boy bands. And, you know, chavs. Chavs who want things that other chavs have. Are you in the least bit surprised that the charts are chock-a-block with cemented slurry? Are you in the least bit surprised that Lady Gaga can build a career from putting various objects between her naked body and the audience? Does it shock you one iota that Adam Sandler can stand in front of a camera eating the eyes out of babies 3 times a year and get paid millions for it? Only stupid people watch this, just like only stupid people will pay good money for something that's already being blasted at them for free 250 times a day on the radio. Because that's where it all started. Do you remember a wonderful little invention called the radio cassette recorder? Yeah, it had a little red button on the left, you remember, that recorded the radio? But then they made the red button illegal. Sorry, red button's illegal now. What? Do I have to hand my red button in at the nearest police station? No. All radio cassette recorders will continue to be manufactured with the red button. It's just illegal to press it. Okay, whatever. The only people who buy that bullshit were and are gullible fucking morons. This arguably has created some odd-sounding statistics in things like record sales. Statistics which some people find quite distressing. There was an article a few weeks ago, 10 disappointing facts about popular music or something, and it was all record sales. Stuff like TikTok by Kesha or Keisha, whatever, has sold more copies than any Beatles single. This is a fact that you can't unknow. And we'll ignore the statistics regarding album sales. If a big number is the only ingredient you're looking for, you can find a big number anywhere. Bono has incubated a larger clutch of cave lizards ever housed in a lead singer's lower colon during the recording of a #1 single. Boom. It's just trivia. High record sales are not and never have been considered a marker of good music or good anything. The largest company in the world is Coca-Cola, and they've yet to nourish a single bowel. Most of your favourite foods are made by various families of refugees in your local area, barely supporting a living to It's not a fucking crack habit. And it's the same with music. Lots of children bought Kesha's single because children have no sense of the future. They're not looking to buy a record that they'll tell their grandchildren about. They just want whatever's there. They smell hot dogs. They must eat hot dogs. You know what I mean? They don't care that it's made from pigeon and chewing gum. They just want. They don't care that they're going to spend the next 3 days on the toilet going as green as the stomach acid they're vomiting, because they're children. They live in the present moment, and they have no qualms with making you pay whatever it costs so that they can continue to live in the present moment. That when you get a Beatles album, however, you are going to get another Beatles album and another, and you will not stop until you either have all the Beatles albums or you die. That's the difference. Kesha is a pancake in history. The Beatles are a big steaming baguette covered in tandoori chicken and ranch dressing and fish finger pies and mescaline. Kesha is a pancake made from eggs and milk. She doesn't look like she contains either, but you get the idea. This would be the one argument for SOPA people that would give me pause. That it can cause this pancaking effect. But to my knowledge, no one's brought it up. If we could actually have a discussion about it, if they just came out and if a major record company came out and said, "Look, we make nothing but chicken shit now. We know this. Do you think we're happy with this? This fucking Teletubbies rave orgy music? That's what's happening now. Music for 5-year-olds is overlapped with music for 16-year-olds. We've got sock puppets dancing in their underwear. It's all happening. Do you think we're proud of this shit? We have to make it because it's what's demanded by the brood of shite we call the record buying public. So we're trying to introduce this law, this SOPA law, to try in a doting attempt to get intelligent people buying our products again, so that we can go back to making interesting products without being buried by our competitors. If that was their argument, I might feel for them, but it's not. They just appear to be saying, no, fuck you. The red button's illegal. Only rich people deserve information. So fuck them. Whoever they are. The Simon Cowells of the world, presumably. You've got 5 mansions and a private island floating 2 miles above the Dubai skyline and a diamond-encrusted gateway to the doors of hell. Well, fuck you. I don't even like your music, but as we speak, I'm ripping thousands of copies of it and selling it as doilies in Cyberdog. These people aren't victims any more than the king was Robin Hood's victim. The only genuine victims of online piracy, or as I call it, the sharing of information, are 2 kinds of people, both of whom are perfectly capable of sorting out their own problems. Number 1, people who have to listen to the radio when they're at work and endure this bloated jellyfish of mad nonsense that the airwaves have been reduced to in the absence of a free audience. And secondly, struggling artists who lack marketing resources. If you get regular intellectual nourishment from an artist who in all probability sleeps on a single mattress in a corner surrounded by failure, if you get that nourishment from them and you don't in some way attempt to reciprocate that nourishment with a nourishment that comes as easily and naturally to you, funding, support, recommendation, sexual favours, and if you don't repay the favour in some way, then you're not being a bad person, you're just missing the opportunity to be a good person. If you make money from an artist, you should give that artist money. If you get enjoyment from an artist, you should give them enjoyment. Or money. Money's fine too.